Dear student, we are studying the preparation and management of nursery pond. In last lectures, we have studied the pre-stocking management. Means preparation of nursery pond before the stocking of fish seed. That is called as a pre-stocking management. So nursery pond is well prepared before the stocking of fish seeds. In that pre-stocking management, we have studied the removal of predatory fishes, removal of weed fishes, removal of aquatic insects, liming, pond fertilization. So these we have studied in the pre-stocking management. Now today we are studying the stocking management of nursery pond. After the completion of pre-stocking management, then we are in the stocking management. In stocking management, in nursery pond, we are stocking the hatchlings for the growing, and in nursery ponds we are growing the hatchlings for 15 days 15 days they attain the size fry size. But that stocking of the fry or hatchlings into the nursery ponds, that depend upon the availability of the planktons. Plankton means that is a microscopic organisms. Maybe that animal origin they are called as a zooplanktons. If they are plant origin they are called as a phytoplanktons. So these phytoplanktons, these are the important food of the hatchlings or fry. So that food is we first already develop into the nursery ponds by the fertilization of ponds. So depend upon the how much quantity of planktons are developed into that pond. So depend upon that we are stocking the fry 19 to 20 lakhs per hectare. Generally stocking done in late evening, because at that time the temperature of water is low. So generally stocking fish seed stocking into the nursery pond or release of fish seed into the nursery pond, that generally do in the early morning or in late evening. A single crop is available in 15 days. So we are rearing that hatchlings or young one of that fish for 15 days. Then we are removing that fry and release into the another pond. So in this way 2 or 3 crops can be raised from the same pond in a one season. So 2 to 3 crops means one crop we are taking in 15 days. So like that, so we can release the or we can grow the 2 to 3 crops or 2 to 3 batches of that fry into the nursery pond. If the nurseries are well manured and supplementary food is provided, the survival rate is 15 to 60%. 50 to 60% if we are properly managed the nursery pond, proper manuring, proper liming, then we get the 50 to 60% survival rate of the hatchlings during the 15 days. Then post stocking management. So in stocking management we have stocked the fish seed into the nursery pond. Then post stocking management after the stocking of fish seed, that is post stocking management. In post stock management, one first important criteria is a feeding. The spawn or hatchlings, they are voraciously feeders. They feeds on available zooplanktons, and within 2 to 4 days after stocking the density of zooplankton goes down considerably. So before fish seed stocking, there is a huge amount of zooplanktons are developed in the nursery pond. But when we stock the fish seed in 90 to 20 lakhs per hectare, so that hatchlings they are voraciously feeding on the zooplanktons. So that natural population of that zooplanktons is reduced within 2 to 4 days. So hence the artificial feeding becomes necessary because in large quantity or in high density we are stocking the fish seed into the nursery pond, so that natural food which is present into the pond, that is not sufficient, so that we need to supply the artificial food along with that live food. Finally, for artificial food we are giving the powdered rice bran and groundnut oil cake, generally used as a artificial food. Rice brans, the cover of rice, and groundnut oil cakes. After extraction of oil, the remnant of that groundnut, that is a oil cake. So that oil cake and rice bran, equal proportions, 1:1 proportions are taken as a food for the fry. They are finally ground and sieved before feeding the fry, because these fries they are very small in size, so they required food in the form of a very small particles. So that groundnut oil cake and rice brans were sieved. First we make the powder of that mixtures, and that powders we sieved through the sieves, so only small particles are we are getting, and that food is we are providing. So equal quantities of artificial food and zooplanktons that give a good and rapid growth of the fry. So artificially food we are using the rice bran and groundnut oil cake, 1:1 proportions. The artificial food is either spread over the pond surface or kept as a thick paste in shallow mouthed earthen vessels that are suspended in water. So in two ways we are giving the food. The first is the artificial food, the mixture of that food is we are spread on the pond surface, or another way we are making the paste of that rice bran and groundnut oil cake, and that paste is are kept into the shallow mouthed earthen vessels, we can say as a मातीचं भांडं वगैरे म्हणतो आपण त्याला, ज्याचं असं शालो आहे, जे डीप नाही आहे, पसरट आहे. तर अशा याच्यामध्ये काय केलं जातं की हे पेस्ट बनवून त्याच्यामध्ये ते ठेवली जाते आणि ते पॉन्डमध्ये ठेवलं जातं. ड्यू टू दॅट यंग वन्स आर कम टू देअर अँड दे आर टेकिंग द फूड फ्रॉम दॅट earthen vessels. Feeding should preferably be done in the morning hours. Generally, food given at the morning hours. The next is a thinning. This is the process adapted to prevent overcrowding of the growing fry and to avoid any sort of competition for food and space. So after 10 to 15 days, some of rearing at least 40% of fry stock should be gently removed by fry net and shifted to another nursery pond left vacant for this purpose. So thinning means after rearing of 10 days or 15 days, that fry attain the maximum size, so that space of that nursery pond is not sufficient, so they become a crowded. So that's why some of the larger size of fry or some of the fry, 40% of the fry, they are removed from the nursery pond with the help of fry net, and that release into the another empty nursery ponds. So that reduce the crowded in the nursery ponds. So all that growing fry they can freely movement. As the fry grow in size, their food requirement change. So advanced fry 1 to 1.5 inch are transferred to rearing ponds at intervals. They are netted out and released into the rearing ponds. So after 15 days, they attain the fry size, or their size is 1 to 1.5 inch. Then their food requirement is change, or their food is change. After that, they can accept the artificial foods. Only they can accept the artificial foods, and due to their large size, that space of the nursery pond is not sufficient. So after 15 days, we are collecting that fry with the help of fry net, and that release into the another pond that is called as a rearing pond for the further development of fry. So in nursery pond, we are just growing the hatchlings into the fry size for 15 days. So this is in this way, in these thinnings, the some of the fries they are transferred into the another nursery ponds, and after the 15 days, then that fry are netted out and released into the another ponds. So in this way, in this post stocking management, we are supplying the food, thinning, and finally we are collecting that fry after 15 days and release into the rearing ponds. Then that nursery pond is empty, and again we are prepare that nursery pond. Again we release the another crop or another lot of hatchlings for the further developments. So in this way we are studied nursery pond, preparation and management of the nursery ponds, pre-stocking management, stocking management, and post-stocking management. So thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you.